What's up, everybody? This is your boy Mastermind here for Ohio Cannabis Live, and we are back with yet another video. This one's a little bit different than all the other videos because normally when you see me, I don't have on all this stuff, and we're just talking about medical cannabis from Ohio. But today we're talking about COVID-19. So, no, I'm not here to tell you about any conspiracies. I'm just here to talk about cannabis and COVID-19. So a couple things that we've learned recently is that people that vape or smoke or use cannabis or even tobacco could be at higher risk for COVID-19. This was just released in the information that was published today in the research. Also, we know that COVID-19 doesn't just affect old people, but it also affects people from ages as young as 2 years old, as high as 65 or older. There is no cure for COVID-19, and a lot of people that use medical marijuana, like myself, are high risk. I'm high risk because I have asthma, diabetes, and a liver disease. So I take this very seriously. I know many people think it's a joke or a hoax, not that serious, but it actually really is that serious. And if the NBA is shutting down, the NCAA is shutting down, and virtually many other states like California and all these other places shutting down or shelter-in-place orders, this should tell you how serious this situation is. So just don't think, if you're watching this video and you live in another state besides Ohio, which my numbers here are lower than, let's say, New York, obviously, but the numbers are going up. So it's important that you practice a few things. What I want to tell people in the cannabis community is that it's important that you clean all of your medical marijuana materials, your pipes, your bongs, your packs, whatever, with 90% alcohol. Effective immediately. Do not share anything with anybody. Period. I don't care what it is. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's your brother, your mother, your friend, your cousin. Don't share anything. Whenever you go to buy your medical marijuana, make sure that you are wearing gloves. These are sold at Kroger's, if there's any left. Very inexpensive. Make sure that when you get back to the car, that you have a bag or something to throw the gloves away in so that you're not, just having some contaminated gloves laying in your car. This is an N95 breathing mask. These are the ones that nobody could find. Trust me, it was very hard for me to get one of these, and I have to reuse it over and over and over because I'll never probably get one again. Also, this suit that I'm wearing here, this is actually the same suit that they wear in the grow facility, but to me, it served the same purpose to help repel any type of, virus type, fluids or anything that might be floating around in the air. This covers up my head, everything. This is a full suit. You stand up. Yeah, this covers everything, including my feet. Show you that. See? Even my feet are protected. So my whole body never touches anything. I'm sitting in this chair. I go somewhere to sit down at a dispensary or somewhere. My clothes, my body, nothing's going to touch any surface in that place. Anything I'm touching in that place, I'm going to make sure that I'm not physically touching it. Take this for granted, but when you go out, make sure when you're handling cash or your debit card or anything, you're wearing gloves. If you use your debit card, your driver's license, or whatever, make sure you wipe that stuff down when you get back home. Preferably with Lysol. Or if you can't afford Lysol, Good and Clean from the Dollar Tree, Now, when you're not wearing gloves, if you can find it, just get you some plain old sanitizer. Don't get nothing too fancy because it may irritate your skin. So you want to get one that is original scent. Doesn't need to be blueberries and strawberries and all that stuff. Something basic. And make sure that you stock up on supplies. Not just on cannabis, but on water, toiletries. And don't just waste all your money on toilet paper. Make sure you have plenty of soap. Make sure you have adequate food for at least a month. Forget that 14-day shit. Make sure you have enough food for a month. It's very, very important that you do this. That way, you are prepared for anything that could happen in the next 30 days instead of the next 2 weeks. We cannot live our lives 2 weeks at a time. Okay? So it's very important that we take the situation seriously. Obviously, with all these different events and things being shut down, the country and different places being in a shelter-in-place type situation. Not a lockdown. A lockdown means you couldn't leave your house. The shelter-in-place means that don't come out the house unless you really got to. So it's not a lockdown. Quit calling it a lockdown. It's not martial law either. If you get caught outside, they're not going to lock you up into a cage somewhere. That's not what's happening. Okay, so, all you need to know in this video is have a plan for you and your family. If you're able to check your temperature every day, make sure you could do that. Okay? If you can't, you can't. If you feel sick, definitely call a provider. Might not be able to get through. So then you might have to go ahead and self-isolate. If you think you had a virus, you can't get any success with any doctors, or you can't get anything going, then you need to contact your local health department. If they're ignoring you, contact your local media and tell them they're ignoring you. Somebody will get back to you then. Trust me on that one. One thing I want to point out about this Lysol wipes I have here in front of me, on the back of here, in the pink writing here, it actually says that it kills human coronavirus. Now, how would they be producing a product that specifically, it doesn't say COVID-19, it just says human coronavirus. So I don't know how they're 100% positive that this kills it. I mean, can I just inject myself with some Lysol and then be vaccinated from COVID-19 or coronavirus? I doubt that. So it's interesting that they're advertising on this that they actually kill the human coronavirus. Like I said, they don't have the number 19 in it, so that might be how they're getting by with this. And I can't tell when this was produced, but obviously we've only been going through this stuff nationally for about a couple of weeks now. So I bought this a week ago. So I'm very interested as how they got that label on there so quick. If anybody out there watching has an old one that doesn't have this pink label on it, I'd like to see that. So send me a picture at ohiocannabislive@gmail.com. Now, also, make sure that if you like what I'm doing, hit the like, subscribe button. I will be doing other videos, not just about COVID-19, but about just the whole world in general, about what we're doing to deal with this. And if you have something you want to add to the channel, I want that information. I want your input. I want you to participate. This is a situation where I thought I was going to be doing nothing but videos about medical cannabis, and now I have to do videos about COVID-19. So I'm going to do it, but I'm also going to show you some other things as I get some footage and information from around the state, the country, maybe the world. I'm going to share this information with you in a really neat way so that you can actually see the stuff that I see, because I'm a researcher. They call me Mastermind for a reason. That's because I'm constantly looking at information and data and trying to interpret it, understand it in my own unique way. With having a brain injury, I can't remember things. I forget things a lot. I have a lot of anxiety and PTSD from what happened to me and a lot of stress. So these videos may seem ridiculous to you, but they actually help me with my stress and anxiety, because I know that some people do find what I'm saying useful. And that's what keeps me going when I keep doing these videos. So definitely, if you like what you're seeing, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button and share it with your friends. And I also want to tell you, you don't have to come to my YouTube if you don't like YouTube that much. I got a website called www.ohiocannabislive.com. It's going across the bottom of the screen right now. And, you can go there and have the conversation about cannabis. We can have a conversation about COVID-19 there if you want to. But I'm not here to give you conspiracies. I just want to give you good advice about being prepared for what's already coming, already happening. It's already here. And so, like I said, main thing I want to say to you, I'm going to go over it again before I go. Number one, have a plan. When I say have a plan, I mean think about the next 30 days and how you're going to eat, how you're going to survive, and how you're going to deal with being locked in your house voluntarily, or self-quarantining. Think about, if you feel okay, that doesn't mean that it's okay to be around other people. Because just because you're not showing symptoms doesn't mean you don't have it. Doesn't mean you can't spread it to somebody else. So make sure your plan includes distancing yourself from people that could easily get sick and die from this because they have other pre-existing conditions. Also, number 2, make sure that you create your own stockpile. I don't care what the government say. Stockpile. Make sure you have plenty of water, plenty of food, plenty of toiletries. Make sure. Number 3, make sure that you are telling your friends that are on the fence, not sure, hey man, you should really just go on the internet and just really read up on this stuff. A good place that I go to every day is the Johns Hopkins Hospital live COVID-19 map. And I'm going to leave a link in the description. You can go to it. Every day I get the new numbers. Before all these press conferences, before all the political BS goes on, I get the raw data from there. I also cross-reference that data with the CDC to make sure that the data is right. Sometimes the Johns Hopkins data is more up to date than the CDC data. Then I look at Italy's own websites and all these other countries' websites too to gauge whether the data is right or not and how serious this really is. And I can just tell you, with over 200,000 cases as recording this video, and over 10,000 deaths worldwide, not nationwide, worldwide, this is definitely not getting better. So we will have more videos. We will talk about this more. And it's very important that you take care of yourself and you be safe. And again, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button for more videos. And I will be back again with another review video. Don't think that I'm not going to still do review videos, because I still have more review videos that I need to put out here for you guys to watch about other products that I purchased in the Ohio Medical Marijuana Program. So this is not the end for Ohio Cannabis Live, and we're not going to just talk about COVID-19 all over again, because I know people are fatigued from hearing that over and over. So again, thanks for all your support. We'll see you next time. Peace.